A new adventure. Emma was an adventurous young girl, always eager to explore and learn about the world. Her parents often said she had a wanderlust heart. However, living in a small town meant her adventures were often limited to the books she read and the woods behind her house. On her 12th birthday, her parents gave her an unexpected gift, a map of their town and its surroundings, marked with places she had never been to. "Every weekend, we'll visit one of these places," her dad promised with a twinkle in his eye. The first place marked was Lily's Pond. Emma had heard stories of it but had never been there. Legends said there was a magical fish that granted wishes to those who found it. Emma was not sure if she believed the legends, but the thrill of discovery was enough for her. The following Saturday, armed with a picnic basket, Emma and her parents set out for Lily's Pond. The journey was filled with laughter, singing, and occasional stops to admire a particularly beautiful flower or a unique insect. Upon reaching the pond, Emma was struck by its beauty. It was serene, with crystal clear waters reflecting the blue sky above. She could see colorful fish swimming around, but none seemed magical. However, while exploring the edges of the pond, she discovered a small cave hidden by bushes. Inside, the walls glittered as if they were studded with tiny diamonds. At the back of the cave, there was a clear pool of water. In it, a single golden fish swam gracefully. Recalling the legends, Emma carefully approached and whispered, "Are you the magical fish of Lily's Pond?" To her surprise, the fish responded, "I am. But remember, true magic isn't about wishes coming true. It's about the journey, the discoveries, and the memories you create." Emma realized that the fish was right. The day had been magical, not because of legends, but because of the adventure itself. She thanked the fish and left the cave, eager to share her discovery with her parents. As the sun set, the family headed home, filled with stories and memories of their day. Emma knew that this was just the beginning of her new adventures, and she couldn't wait to discover what the next weekend would bring. Private jet. Tommy was a curious boy who always dreamed of traveling. Every night, he'd lie in bed, close his eyes, and imagine he was in a new place, seeing new sights and meeting new people. He had a particular fascination with planes, especially private jets. He would often daydream about owning one and going wherever he wanted. One day, as Tommy was walking home from school, he took a shortcut through the local airport. There, he noticed a sleek, shiny private jet that looked brand new. It had a unique logo on its tail, a blue star surrounded by golden rays. Unable to resist, Tommy sneaked closer to get a better look. As he approached, the jet's door opened, and a friendly voice said, "Hello there. Would you like to come in and take a look?" Tommy, a bit startled, looked up to see a kind-looking pilot smiling at him. I was just admiring your jet," Tommy stammered. "That's all right," the pilot replied, chuckling. "My name is Captain Ray. And this," he gestured to the jet, "is the Starlight Express." Captain Ray gave Tommy a tour of the jet, explaining all the gadgets and features. He even let Tommy sit in the pilot seat, showing him some basic controls. Tommy was in awe. The inside was luxurious, with plush seats, a big screen, and even a small kitchen. As they chatted, Captain Ray learned about Tommy's dreams of traveling and his fascination with private jets. "You know," Captain Ray began, "I've been a pilot for many years. This jet allows me to travel to amazing places and meet incredible people. But the real magic isn't in the jet or the destinations. It's in the journey and the experiences along the way." Tommy nodded, understanding what Captain Ray was trying to convey. As the sun began to set, Captain Ray said, "It's time for me to head out. But remember, Tommy, keep dreaming big. Who knows? Maybe one day, you'll have your own adventures in the sky." Tommy waved goodbye, feeling inspired. That evening, as he lay in bed, he closed his eyes and imagined soaring through the skies in his very own private jet, ready for the adventures that awaited. The young gambler. In the small town of Greenfield, there was a legend about a young gambler named Maximum. Max wasn't just any regular boy. He had an uncanny ability to predict dice rolls. It was said that by the age of 10, Max had never lost a game of dice. Max lived with his grandmother, Mrs. Blythe. They were not wealthy, but Max's skills made sure they always had enough. Every evening, after finishing his chores, Max would sit under the old oak tree at the town's central square, playing dice games with the townsfolk. News of Max's unique talent spread like wildfire. People from neighboring towns would come to challenge him, but Max always emerged victorious. Some said it was pure luck, while others believed Max had a secret trick up his sleeve. But no one could ever prove it. One day, a mysterious stranger named Mr. Black entered the town. Tall, with dark shades and a sharp suit, he declared he was the best dice player in the region and challenged Max for a game. The stakes were high. Mr. Black put forth a golden coin, said to be from an ancient treasure. In return, he wanted Max to bet his most prized possession, a silver locket that once belonged to Max's late mother. Max hesitated. The locket was his last memory of his mother, and he never put it at stake before. But looking into Mr. Black's confident eyes, Max accepted the challenge. The entire town gathered around them. The tension was palpable. With each roll, the crowd gasped, cheered, or sighed. The game was neck and neck. Finally, it was Max's turn. He needed a perfect 6 to win. Closing his eyes and taking a deep breath, he whispered something to the dice and let them roll. The dice settled, and showed a 6. The crowd erupted in joy. Max had done it again. Mr. Black, although beaten, smiled and handed over the golden coin. "Well played, young man," he said, and disappeared as mysteriously as he had appeared. Mrs. Blythe, hugging Max, whispered, "You had me scared for a moment there." Max grinned, "I had a feeling, Grandma. Sometimes, you have to trust your gut." From that day on, Max's legend grew even more, but he decided never to gamble anything truly precious to him again. He had learned that some things were more valuable than any gold or treasure. The Wall Street Monster. In New York City, nestled among the towering skyscrapers and bustling streets, Wall Street was home to many mysteries, but none as intriguing as the legend of the Wall Street Monster. Timothy, a young man fresh out of college, landed his first job at an investment firm on Wall Street. The company's building, the Bartholomew Tower, was an old, Gothic structure standing tall amidst the modern buildings. On his first day, as he was getting a tour, he overheard whispers among the staff about the Wall Street Monster. Curiosity piqued, Timothy approached Mr. Reynolds, an elderly man who had worked there for decades. "Mr. Reynolds," Timothy began hesitantly, "what's this I hear about a Wall Street monster?" Mr. Reynolds, adjusting his glasses, responded, "The Wall Street Monster. It's a tale as old as this building. It's said that a creature roams the hallways late at night, protecting the secrets of Wall Street. Many have tried to discover its truth but have disappeared without a trace." Timothy chuckled. "Sounds like an old wives' tale to keep nosy newcomers like me in check." Days turned into weeks, and Timothy forgot about the Wall Street Monster as he delved into his work. But one evening, while working late, he heard a strange sound, a soft thud, followed by a low growl. His heart raced as he thought of the legend. Gathering his courage, he decided to investigate. He followed the noise, leading him to the building's basement. Pushing open an old door, Timothy found himself in a room full of old financial records, ledgers, and, to his surprise, a small creature with shiny, black fur and big, round eyes. It wasn't a monster but a cat. The cat, with a collar reading Milo, purred and nudged him. Timothy realized that this monster was merely an old cat living amidst the records, probably responsible for the disappearances of any mice in the building. The next day, Timothy shared his discovery with Mr. Reynolds and the rest of the office. They all had a good laugh. Milo became the office's unofficial mascot, debunking the myth of the Wall Street Monster. And so, in the heart of New York's financial district, the legend of the Wall Street Monster was laid to rest, replaced by the tale of Milo, the little cat who lived in the Bartholomew Tower.